YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We are here on College Football 25 in our relegation style dynasty. First of all, I want to say thank you and to let you know how much I appreciate the support. Continue the support, spread the word. It's truly gratefully appreciated. I'm still messing with the comment stuff. I did record like a few weeks worth of stuff because we were pretty busy. So I know I've been mentioning it for probably a month now, and it still hasn't been fixed. I'm trying a bunch of different things every video to see if it's changing any. So please, if you can leave a comment, leave a comment. It was greatly appreciated. It also helps the algorithm a little bit. Again, just greatly appreciate the support that the videos have been shown lately. Without further ado, though, let's hop in. We are currently 2-1 at Kennesaw State. We got some freshmen in that are playing early, and that's really kind of taken us to the next level early here in this season. We do have an FCS Northwest, which we ended up losing to an FCS school last year, which was season 1 of this series. Recruiting is going okay so far. Once we hit a bye week, we will look a little bit deeper into that. But we are going to hop into a little bit of gameplay as we welcome FCS Northwest. First thing we get to hop into is offense in the red zone. We've had 2 plays in this game offensively, and both of them were huge run plays. As you can see, 3-4-54 for Kramer, our freshman running back, who came in and taken pretty much the starting position. As you can see, we do still use Ashley a little bit in certain positions, but we are pretty heavy in the future of Kramer, who has a elite dev trait that he is wielding as well. We're going to get Tootin out rolling, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Great way to start. Defense holds their end of the bargain. However, offense leaves them kind of in a tough spot here. On a short field, it looked like in the sim. And we got to try to come in and save it a little bit. We're going to run with that drag route. We get home with our pressure, and it looks like they're going to have to kick a field goal, which they end up doing. We are now in the second quarter. 3rd and 2. I'm going to go ahead and pull this with Tootin. He's not going to get anywhere. It should be 4 down territory, however, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I keep saying Tootin. Tomlinson's out here. I apologize. We're going to pitch it to Kramer. We're going to look for good blockings downfield, which we end up getting. And Kramer finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. The freshman with a huge play, and the defense gets us the ball right back down in the red zone. We are playing really solid team football right now. We're going to go ahead and give it to Ashley on the triple option. He's going to pick up 7. We're going to go right back to that play. I'm a big fan of these option plays here in Kennesaw State's playbook as we pile into the end zone for our 3rd rushing touchdown. This time, Ashley into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. See if our defense can hold them, and they do yet again. 3rd and 8 this time, so we're going to need to use our arm here of Tomlinson. It looks like we get a... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a horrible throw by Tomlinson. That is just poor quarterback play there. So we're going to settle for a field goal. It's going to be 24-3. We are making a statement here early in the first half. not messing around with an FCS school like we did last year. So that is promising. But we need better quarterback play. Tootin started the year, struggled with throwing interceptions, so we went to a little bit of a faster option in Tomlinson. And as you can see, when we need him to throw, he doesn't throw it very well. So we're still kind of in a limbo with the quarterback situation. As you can tell. And even in that situation, I don't trust him to make that throw on the run or just in the pocket, just in general. I just didn't trust it, so I didn't pull the trigger. We are here in the third quarter. We're going to rip it up the seam. It's a good catch. He does have 2 touchdowns through the air, though. Not the worst look. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Ashley. He's only going to pick up 1, which is okay. Ashley and Graves. Hopefully Kramer isn't out like for an extended period of time, because he's been something that we've really hung our hat on in this year with the questionable quarterback play. So hopefully it's not something that we lose him for an extended period of time, but we can keep hitting drag routes as Tomlinson completes it. Touchdown, Owls. And the route continues. We might just hop into this last one, really kind of get this to the finish line. It is 41-3. We do have Bryson, who was our quarterback last year. He is in the backfield as a running back now. Kind of like Tomlinson, he was good with speed. He's just not good with his arms. So we went ahead and used his speed to an advantage by getting him in the running back room. But he's buried in the depth chart, so he's probably going to be somebody that we look to tell the transfer. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he's a junior now. I'm really going to have to look at injuries, because with Bryson in, it's a lot of them. Late pitch by Tomlinson leads to an Ashley touchdown. And the route is on. We're just going to go ahead and sim to the end of the game. I won't hop into anything else. And at the end, 55-6. What a performance by the Owls. Tomlinson looked okay, minus that 1 throw. We'll check the stats here just to make sure. In the 17-29, 243, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, which is huge. Ashley, 15 carries for 100 yards. Kramer, 10 carries for 129. Tomlinson, 10 for 39. Graves even got a few touches here as well. All 4 with a rushing touchdown. Kramer he is hurt, it says up there. We'll have to check that out. Had a huge day on the ground. Benyard, the senior, had a huge game through the air. 143 yards on 5 catches and a touchdown, averaging 28.6 catch. And then we spread the ball around quite a bit. A touchdown for Wallace and Ashley piece there through the air. Defensively, Washington Jr., 6 tackles to lead the team, then a host of 5 with Hullum, Paul, and Johnson. Tackles for loss, we only had 2. We had 3 total sacks, 2.5 coming from Caden Story, which is huge. We had 1 interception by Jericho Washington, the sophomore corner, who has been playing super well here at the beginning of the year. All right, we are here at the injury report, and good news is Kramer's not on here. So it was just that game. However, ruptured disc for our left guard, who is probably one of the top guys on our team at 79 overall, is injured for 2 more weeks with a ruptured disc. So hopefully our backup left guard can hold up while he is out. Week 4, 3-1 now. We are going to and traveling to Maryland, who is 0-2. a Big Ten school, obviously not in the Big Ten anymore with the realignment and different things, but a Big Ten school that is going to be a pretty physical and pretty tricky team to beat. First thing we get to do is hop in here on offense. We are on a 3rd and 6 situation. We do have Kramer in the backfield. We have our tight ends, but we miss him. Tomlinson missed him. We have 2 tight ends that were converted from receiver. They have a little bit more of a burst of speed. I like to move big receivers into the tight end role for that reason alone. We're going to take him and bring him up to not block, I guess. But Tomlinson, again, missed a drag route early, so the confidence isn't super high with him to throw the ball. So, again, something that we really got to work on in the quarterback position, in the quarterback room. Triple option loses us one yard there. Pretty slow developing there. Just kind of one of those things where it's not always going to work out to perfection. So we're going to give Kramer, try to get some yards back, which we end up doing. Not a whole lot, not as many as we probably needed, but we are in a position here where we are 3rd and 9 here in the second quarter. We're going to go ahead, get Ashley the ball, and it's going to have to be settled into a field goal. It is. We're on the road, tough angle, and it barely sneaks in. I turned that so far to the left, it's crazy that it just narrowly goes in. But we now have to keep them from getting into the end zone and scoring in general. 0-0 through the first quarter. Give me that. Oh, why did we try to knock it down? Oh, that should have been a pick. Should have been a pick. That is tough, man. Tight end, not there. Deeper receiver. They're just going to have to throw that away. What great zone work by our defense right now. We're going to stay with the zone look. Biggest reason is our speed in the secondary is just not good enough to play man. It's going to be a corner route, and they're going to get it wide open. I saw it myself, just couldn't get there in time. Touchdown, Terrapins. Defense needs help again. I don't know if it was a super short punt or a turnover by our offense, but they had really good field position. As you can see on the field there in the Pac-12, so they're kind of in the middle of the pack as far as conferences go in the relegation promotion idea. Got to get depth. Throws it right at me. I went with the wrong receiver. But our safety steps up, makes a really, really big hit. Not as in power, but as in knocking it away. They're going to throw it short. Their tight end's going to pick up the first down. And that's one of the reasons we can't play man-to-man defense. Just too slow. They're going to spread us out. This is going to bode not well for us. Get there. Bad throw by the quarterback. It makes it 2nd and goal. We haven't seen him run the ball yet, so I'm going to have to be ready for a run play here eventually, which is right here. What a great job by our linebackers. Staying disciplined. The guy is 10 for 68. Whew. Yeah, we got to go. Yeah, we got to go here. Carry that. They got to throw it away again. They're going to have to settle for 3. What a great job by the defense getting backed up all the way down here and forcing them into a field goal attempt. It is all the way to the right. However, they are at home. Typically at home, they are pretty good about making those ones now as the game progresses through the year.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down.
We are now in the red zone, looking to tie the game up. We're going to run a little counter. Kramer with the speed boost. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. Owls. The freshman continues his fantastic season, as I believe he just eclipsed double-digit touchdowns here in week 4. peel off that one. And they're going to throw it away again. The zone defense by the defense has been so good today. It has been truly impressive to watch and to be a part of today. Typically, it's not this way, especially the first year. First year, if you've been following this series, was very, very, very tough on stats, on my heart, on my blood pressure, everything. But we are on the way to better things here as we are moving the ball down the field here in the under 2 minutes. There's our tight end, and horribly underthrown by Tomlinson. We can't push the ball down the field with him. He just doesn't have the arm power to do so. They're going to go ahead and settle for a field goal here to make it 13-10 at the half. Kicks up, kicks good, 13-10, Terrapins at the half. Just cannot turn the ball over. Cannot turn the ball over, and we ended up doing it. So, all right, here we go. Got to keep it. Got to keep them from getting a touchdown as their running back has had a day on the ground. They're going to go to him again. Great job by containing yet again. We just got to keep in mind that he's done all the damage while the sim has been happening. What? That's how they score. What a horrible animation we just got there. They're going to, again, march down. They're in position to score again. This is dire. We cannot allow a touchdown to make it a 17-point game. It's got to be 13. It's got to be 13. Nothing more. We're going to get them short. We were super light in the box, but last time they went to the air, so looks like they're going to go on the ground. The user got stuck on the block as I'm trying to shoot the gap. Now we're going to have to go man-to-man. We're probably going to give up a touchdown because that's just how it works when we have to go man-to-man. Time is starting to become a factor as well. I just ran my guy out of their gap, and that's going to be a touchdown. Makes this one pretty tough, especially when we have a quarterback that can't push the ball down the field. They are giving us the perfect opportunity by pressing our guy, though. We got it out. We got it out there far enough, and we're going to run away from him. What a throw by Tomlinson, and what a touchdown for the Owls to keep us into it. We got the ball back. It is a third down. 10-point game still. We just cannot turn it over here. We cannot turn it over. A field goal is fine. Makes it a 7-point game. We just got to complete that. I don't know why. I know it was a red. I know it was a red meter, but that's catchable. That is catchable. As we make it a 7-point game, an onside kick. Do we not have our timeouts? Oh, we do have all 3 timeouts. Perfect. Oh my God, we touched it first. We probably should have just kicked it deep, to be fair. Yeah, it's a questionable decision by Chief Tummy Tuck to go for the onside kick there. Probably should have went with the kicking it deep and really just trying to get a better field position. If they punt it, we're going to be in a tough spot. And they might be in field goal range already, to be fair. But we're going to give ourselves a chance. Here. Let's see where he's coming. Tackle him short. Okay, good. This is a bomb of a field goal. This is a bomb of a field goal. 34. It's 51 yards. Actually, it's not that big of a kick. It's actually not that big of a kick. And it's going to be up, and it's going to be good. Back to a 10-point game here. It's, okay, well, we turn it over. That's going to do it. 30-20, we lose to the Maryland Terrapins to give them their first win of the year. Player stats here, Kennesaw State, there it is. That's the big one. 2 picks by Sean Tomlinson, which we just can't have. We cannot have that. Kramer, 13 of 55 for 4.2, but we only give him 13 carries. 14 carries for Tomlinson, only 2 for Ashley. We just need to run the ball a little bit more. 3 for 91 for Thomas and that one big touchdown for the sophomore. Looks like Benyard got hurt too, which just never good. Defensively, Denelius Johnson, he had 11 tackles, 8 for Williams, 7 for Redding and Paul, 6 for Scarver. We had a total of 5 tackles for losses, 1 sack, and 1 interception again by Jericho Washington. He's doing his thing. We just not enough today offensively with those 2 turnovers. Week 5, Northwestern comes to Kennesaw State. Again, another former Big Ten team. It's going to be tough, especially trying to run the ball. They're 2-1, 1-1 in their conference, so we really got to bring our A game. We get to hop in here already up 7-0, and I haven't done anything yet. Up 7-0 is a great way to start. We're going to keep it with Tomlinson. Late pitch to Kramer, and it's a touchdown, Owls. That stopped my heart for a second, but we are in the end zone to make it 14-0. Can't ask for much better of a start than that. This game is kind of flying through the sim, which is kind of insane. 4th and inches. Gonna pinch the line a little bit. No way they throw it, right? No way they get it. Turnover on downs, defense stands, and we get a long touchdown pass afterwards as well. What a start. 21-0 over the Northwestern Wildcats. What is happening today? What a pancake block. We get out in front of us. We get a spin move from Kramer, and we pick up a bunch of yards there on a 3rd and short. Another really good-looking pass play there gets us down to the 8-yard lines. Moss is going to get into motion here. That's pretty much where we're looking. We're going to have to roll out. Do we have the speed to get around? We do. Tomlinson gets tackled into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls, and the rout has started here in the first half. It doesn't take much to get it to reverse it, but it is on so far, and it has been a fun one to be a part of. We are in a pretty tough position here down at our 1-yard line. We're going to run a little trap play. Kramer gets to the corner. Can he get all the way there? He cannot, but he does give us some room to breathe. And now it kind of flips a little bit. We are kind of in a conservative-looking mode, and now we're able to get out and go a little bit here to try to score yet another touchdown here before halftime to really put this thing out of reach. It feels like in the first half. As we all know, the simulation in EA College Football 25 is not one of makes a whole lot of sense. Love the game. Absolutely love it, but the simming sometimes just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Tomlinson's going to step up, take off. He's going to try to make a juke move at the 47. It does not work. He gets brought down immediately. Again, just one of those situations where we feel more comfortable with him running it instead of throwing a pick like I just did. I thought it was man-to-man coverage. Oh, what a horrible mistake. That one's on me. That one is on me. What a horrible, horrible read. I didn't see if they got that before half, but they do end up scoring. Another red meter throw. My Lord. God, I'm just beating myself up after that interception. Ashley is going to be short at the 1-yard line. Going to go ahead and hit a trap read option here. We're just going to hand it off. Kramer into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Owls. We kind of settle ourselves here after that huge mishap at the end of the first half. Settle down a little bit. 35-7. We'll be able to settle down a little bit more here if we are able to score. Benyard, do we get deep? Nope, we don't. So we're going to dump it off. Kramer's got to have the speed. He doesn't. The safety had man-to-man coverage on him, so we do not get the speed there. We do get the ball back, though, and we are down at the 3-yard line. What a performance by the Owls today. Now, it's not finished by any means. It's still in the third quarter. It's not finished, but what a way to rebound from the loss last week against the Terrapins. Kramer, he jukes the wrong guy, but all right, no more fancy stuff. We're just going to line up. Kramer's going to go right down their throat. He's going to go up and over the top if he needs to, and he does, but he gets stopped. So what is happening? What is happening? Do we toss it? We're going to toss it.
So you know the defense is going to be king too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game.
There it is. We finally get to the edge. It's a touchdown. Is that an 87 on a running back? 27. Thank the Lord. I was about to say, do we have a tight end back there? That would have been insane. 42-7. If we go ahead and punch this in, we're probably going to just sim the rest of the game, kind of like we did against the FCS school. But we're not going to be able to. We had no blockers out front. They played that screen pretty well. We have run quite a few of them today. We're going to kind of let this go into sim hands. We're going to hop in on this third down. 3rd and 5. It is 42-7 still. See if Moss can win off the line. Otherwise, we got Graves. There's Graves, but Graves drops it. So, going to go ahead and kick the field goal, and we're going to get to the end of the game. 48-7 to finish the game here against Northwestern. Slowed down in the second half, obviously. Actually, not a whole lot. Fourth quarter, mainly. 14 points in the first 3 quarters. Really put them in a bad spot. Tomlinson, one TD, 1 interception, and that interception was my fault. Kramer, this is better. 23 carries for 114, 2 touchdowns. Tomlinson had 10 for 70 and a touchdown. Ashley, 5 for 13, which isn't great. Graves got that 1 touchdown rush as well. Through the air, nothing really crazy. Moss, 93 yards with a touchdown. Outside of that, we spread it around quite a bit. Kramer got a lot of catches from the screens, but outside of that, nothing crazy. Isaac Paul, the sophomore free safety, with 9 tackles. Redding, the sophomore strong safety, with 7 tackles. Middle linebacker with 6. No tackles for losses today. We did have a total of 4 sacks, 2 from Story, 1 for Hobson, and then Paul and Green shared 1. 2 picks from Javon Williams, who was really our best player last year, but he's been pretty quiet because of Jericho Washington. They're throwing at Jericho way more than Javon at this point, just because of the nature of how it goes. And Jericho's just making plays. He was a guy that we got in from the transfer portal, I'm pretty sure. And he's just been lights out. 3rd and 6 on the opening drive for Kent State. This running back looks like he is a monster. We get home with a sack. Denelius Johnson from his middle linebacker spot gets home, and they're going to have to punt on the first possession that they have today, which is a huge start for the program. And they're going to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? Take over this possession, would you? You're at the 3-yard line, but why don't you take over for yourself here? And let's see what we can do. Ashley gets the ball. Apparently, we had the ball first. I keep forgetting how much time I have on these different series and different things like that. So apparently, this one's like 11 minutes. Ashley back in the game. I haven't seen Kramer yet, which is kind of worrisome as he has dealt with an injury already in a game. Can't get it out to the screen. Didn't look like there was anything happening, so we're going to have to go ahead and punt it away yet again for the second time today, apparently. Punt is up, punt is away. It's a really good angled punt. Going to get a decent bounce. And the defense is going to have to hold up on a shorter field. They're going to go for it on fourth down. What a cutback by the running back. He is going to pick up the first down. We had the flow going. Our defense is in a tough spot yet again. It is 7-0. Looked like a turnover for the boys, which is not ideal. Pick that. Washington Jr., do you have the speed? I believe you do. Take this all the way back. Nobody's going to catch him. Washington Jr., the transfer sophomore, is going to take it 104 yards. Touchdown, Owls. Defense on the field. Do we have another miracle? Well, they just don't catch the ball. So that is it's an interesting animation that they got there. It's 10-7. We just had a huge run play. We're going to see if we can punch this in. Tomlinson's going to keep it on the triple option. He's going to get stopped. We're going to go ahead and flip this. Going to go ahead and pitch it. Ashley walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. It's going to be 14-10. They're going to make it 13-14. Yep, 13-14. We're going to go ahead and hop in here. We are 3rd and 14 for them. We just got to do not let them pick this up. How does he catch that? What? Oh my goodness, what a joke. They take the lead. 20-14 off of that ridiculous catch that they just gave them. We're going to get the ball here. We're going to try to do something here before half. We're going to step up. We're going to get it out to our slot corner, running a little zig route. And we're going to try to take almost the entire clock up here just so they don't get the ball back. And it's going to play to our strength by not having to push the ball down the field as much. We'll just live with these crossing routes and these short routes that they give us. We will throw in like a four-bird to see if they come up and press us and we can get a cheap one over the top, but it's not going to be a whole lot of time that we're going to be able to burn anybody. So we're going to, and as I say that, we have a chance. We do not have the speed there on that guy. Holy, that was bad. But again, we gotta get them to stretch their defense a little bit to keep these open underneath guys. Otherwise, we're gonna be hurting because they're gonna be jumping the underneath routes, and then it's gonna be bad news. Gonna go ahead and hit the crossing route again. 59 yards with an interception for our guy under center. Our running back gets caught. What a joke. Yet again, our boy is hurt, Kramer. We need to figure out his injury rating, and we don't pick up the fourth down. So we are kind of reeling here, and this is a really big game that we need. We're down 26-14, down 12 here. Recruits in the building. I think that's the biggest thing that is being kind of overlooked at this point in time. Not forgotten, just overlooked at the fact that I was really hoping we could have Kent State as one of these that our recruits come to, because it should have been a pretty easy win, but it's been anything but so far. And I could probably point to the fact that Kramer's not on the field. Yet again, we're in the red zone. They're going to give us the reins to this. We're going to look at the injury report. Kramer, fractured forearm, 12 weeks. Oh, what an absolute gut punch for the rest of the year. He has been the electricity to our offense. And yeah, that's a really tough pill to swallow for sure. But we have Ashley. We have some backs that can be productive. And just Kramer was that lightning bolt in our offense that we don't really have anymore. So we really got to make sure that we play to the strengths of Ashley and Graves, and really just take care of business as much as we can. This receiver needs to block, man, on that speed option. Holy. What is happening right now? Ashley's going to get it on the triple option. He's going to get clotheslined and doesn't get anywhere after that. Tight end, wide open, touchdown, Owls. There we go. We get it down to a one-score game. Defense needs to continue to play well. Give us an opportunity here. Just give us the opportunity. Give us the chance here. What a horrible pitch. Not good. Not good. Well, one thing is we can kick a field goal and make it where a field goal would win it. We're going to go right out to our tight end yet again. They're going to say we don't want the field goal. We want to go for the lead here, which I kind of like. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like it. All right, Bryson. Show us your worth. I hit the wrong button. Come on, D. Thank you, defense. Come on, man. What a horrible mistake yet again on my end. Spin move. Not going to get there. We got to settle for a field goal now. Not taking that field goal last time. Why are we not kicking? What does that safety do? He leaves. Please just catch the red. Thank you. Oh, yeah, what an interesting game here. I mean, those two field goals, we're winning by 1 point. Instead, we decided to go for broke. And the first time didn't work, but it's looking like we're going to be a little bit more successful this time as we are on the doorstep. Go ahead and hand it. We're going to pick up the first down at the very least. We should really be chewing clock here. We're just going to get in the end zone. Defense has been playing pretty well in the second half. I shouldn't have said that because That'd probably been my famous last words, but
State coming out with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper.
what was that? He literally took away
They
both.
knock him down for a loss of 5.
Took away both options.
In that situation, you know there's nowhere to go. So
Tomlinson's really feeling it too, so
extra punishment, you just give up on the play.
The option look.
Ashley has a bunch of room to run. What a block out there by number 6. Is that Hopkins? What a play by the Owls with a huge touchdown. Big field goal, really, to kind of put this thing out of reach to make it 13. So not completely out of reach yet, but working our way towards that. The kick is up. Kick is good. I would love another possession. They get the first down, which is not ideal. However, 39-26 is a decisive win for the recruits that are on campus here for this week. Tomlinson, 14-26, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 16 carries for Tomlinson for 25 yards. Woof. Ashley had 15 for 77 and 2 touchdowns. Kramer must have got hurt last week.
Over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity.
Or on like a reception.
They were able to step up and make the plays.
He's not even in here either. He must have got hurt at the end of last week's game. Nothing crazy here. Just spreading the ball around to pretty much everybody, receiving-wise. Defense, Mikael Redding, again, the sophomore safety, 10 tackles. Javon Williams and Johnson with 7, 5 for Scarver and Westmoreland. Westmoreland had 3 tackles for loss, 1 for Hopkins and Johnson. Sacks, we had 3, 2 for Rux, 1 for Denelius Johnson. We had 2 interceptions, the huge pick 6 by Washington Jr. He got another one. Halloum and Williams also jump on the wagon. We get 4 picks in the game and still only win by 13, which is not ideal, but it is a win nonetheless. And that is going to do it for the episode here in our promotion/relegation Dynasty Save and College Football 25. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.